Hey everyone, it's Nikolai. So today I'm going to be going through some of my favorite shortcuts. We're going to start with some ones that I think some of you will definitely know. Hopefully some of these will be new to you as well. I'm just going to jump right in and start with everybody's favorite, the much beloved Command Z or undo. I think most people know that if you make a mistake or do something you didn't want to do, you can hit Command and Z on the keyboard and it'll flip it back. But a lot of people don't realize that you can hit Shift Command and Z and it'll redo. So Shift Command Z is a redo, and it goes through. You can do tons and tons of these. So Command Z, or that's also Command Z if you are in the UK or pretentious American. You basically hit Command Z, and you can undo and keep kind of stepping backwards in time. And if you decide you want to go back to the original, you just hit Shift Command and Z and just keep hitting that Z until you get back to where you wanted. All right, so that's Shift Command Z, which is redo. The next one up is one that I use quite a bit, and this is really handy if you're going to be creating some logo designs and you want to make customized typography, and that is creating outlines or objects out of your type. So I just copied that piece of type, and I'm going to hit Shift Command and the letter O on my, I'm sorry, Shift Command and the letter O, not 0. Shift Command and the letter O, and you can see what that's done is it has turned this type into editable objects. So separately editable objects, I can grab this and drag it over here and drag this down here, and so I can basically edit these objects to my heart's content and make nice customized typography. So this is super useful. The one sort of downside of this is that it's not editable anymore, so I can't change the wording once I've hit Shift Command O to create those outlines, unless I want to step back in history. This is something that is not a keyboard shortcut, but I did want to drop it in here because it's kind of a new thing I just found out about recently, and that is that Illustrator now has a history panel. And if you go up here to Window, click on that, you can go down to History, and you can see here that it's telling me everything that I have done since I opened this file. This is something that Photoshop has had for a while, but it's pretty new to Illustrator. I don't know exactly how long. I'm in Illustrator 2022 right now, so if somebody knows when this first showed up, just let me know down in the comments. I'd be kind of interested to know. Okay, so that's history and using Shift Command O to create outlines. The next thing we're going to talk about is Command Y, and this allows us to look at what's called the wireframe mode. Command and the letter Y, and you can see here that I've got this type, which is regular editable type, and this type right here, which is now objects, and I can see those anchor points. So again, it's an on-off switch or a toggle, and it just allows you to see how you have created your various objects. All right, and it can be especially useful when you've got a really complicated object like this guy right here. So I've got multiple lines, I've got fills and strokes, I've got overlapping shapes, I've got different opacities happening, and sometimes I want to go in and just select, say, this little group of stars right here, and if I tried to do that right now, I would have a hard time because I'd be accidentally selecting all the other stuff around it. So if I hit Command Y, that allows me to go in here and, click and drag out a little selection. And maybe I want to select this whole group of stars right here. And there, now I know I've got them selected, and I can hit Command Y and go back out. But here's another problem. When you're working with these complex files that have a lot of small objects like this happens to me where I'm looking at it and I'm like, I want to edit those objects, but all those selection points are getting in the way of me seeing it. So what's really useful is to hit Command H, which is hide edges. Now you can see that there's still a bounding box there, but I can go ahead and change the color of these stars, and I can actually see what's going on. So this allows me to have multiple objects selected and view the whole group without getting those anchor points in the way. So again, Command H or Command H if you're in the UK, and allows you to do that. So again, hide edges for Command H. And then finally, our last little group of shortcuts here today, I'm going to zoom in and zoom out just using the keyboard. So Command plus allows me to zoom in nice and close. And again, if I wanted to hit Command Y, I could do that here and select individual objects. And Command minus allows me to zoom out. Also, I can hit Command 0, which puts me at something called fit to screen. It fits your artboard, however big it is, to the screen. Or Command 1, which takes your artboard to 100% of the size. In this case, it's an 8.5 by 11 letter size, and so it's showing it at 100% size. So again, those are Command 0, fit to screen, Command 1, 100% size, Command plus or Command minus to zoom in and zoom out. All right, that's it for today. Real quick, but I hope some of these are useful. And again, if you have questions, you can ask them in the comments. You can look for my other shortcut videos, which may be out now, depending on when you're watching this video. And if you have any questions, again, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, check out my channel, like the videos, subscribe, mash all the buttons, and we will see you next time.